That tree right behind us.
And we are live.
All right, we are live. Hey, everybody, welcome to the Connection Hangout. We have a very special hangout tonight because we have some very special people. I am trying to get everything up and running. It seems like we've got 15 things going on, trying to get all the slides ready and everything. My name is Paul Tyra, and I'm joined by my co-host there in Atlanta, or near Atlanta, Georgia, David Asarno.
Hey, Paul. Can you believe another year's gone by? We've been doing this show for a long time.
It's 1 year. It's been like about 1 year. Amazing. And I can see it's not hot land anymore. You're getting your winter warmth coat.
I've got my winter. I have my winter warmth and winter warmth.
I had too, man. It's a little chilly, but kind of showing off some of the ASEA logo wear.
Yes, you get lots of good ASEA wear. Where did you get that?
This is believe it or not, this is nice and warm. This is from Costa Rica. I don't know what they were thinking. I didn't wear it one time there, but ever since I got back, and
there was a good deal in the summer to get. I know.
I have no idea. Didn't have any use, but it really came in handy in Germany, and I've been wearing it because the temperature's been dipping down into the 50s and stuff out here.
Yeah, we've been getting a high of the 50s.
Yeah. All the folks from the East Coast who came this last week weren't very happy when I was telling them how chilly this.
I did see all the pictures. It looked like you guys had a great time last weekend.
It was. We had a fantastic week, and it's just been a phenomenal year with this whole new program, this peak performance program. There's so many great events that they've sort of tied in and allowed people to have stepping stones to achieve that, and we've now got some documentation. We're going to show some pictures of some of these events this past year, and then hopefully inspire some people to be at all these events next year. So let's kick it off. Let me introduce some of the people we have on the call here. First, as I'm seeing, maybe I'll just go right to left here. We've got Triple Diamond Executives, inaugural Business Builder of the Year award recipients out there in New York. They don't have their lower thirds, but they are there definitely in New York. Please welcome Triple Diamond Executives Foster and Terry Malmed.
We do have our lower thirds, we just don't have ourselves labeled.
There you go. Okay, that's a good thing. We have to call 911. Hey, so what's the weather like? You guys went back to there in New York. I see Terry's got her winter cap on. Is it chilly, nice and chilly over there?
No, it's actually a balmy. It was 52 degrees. We had our bathing suits on. We were laying out in the sun. 52 degrees. It was awesome today. We were like, yes. Foster said, "Are you okay? We're not going to have a white Christmas." And I said, "You better believe I'm okay with it."
That is great.
Money we don't spend on snowplowing, we spend on gifts.
Super. Okay, well, let's shift over one here to the left. We've got Mama Molecule, Triple Diamond Executive Sue Brenchley. Welcome, Sue.
Happy to be here. Merry Christmas.
Now you're probably getting getting ready for a white Christmas. Is it snow falling where you're at?
Snow is not falling where I'm at. It's been, seriously, it was probably in the high 40s, 50s today, but it's supposed to snow on Sunday.
Okay.
So just in time for Christmas, and it's supposed to snow on Christmas.
That's pretty magical, isn't it?
It will be.
Fantastic.
It's much easier to do all the errands without the snow, so I'm doing okay right now.
Okay, all the Christmas shopping, right?
That's right.
Fantastic. Okay, moving right along, moving over. Let's bounce back over to the East Coast. We've got Platinum Executives Joe and Pilar Labriola. Welcome.
Tell Craig, that creepy guy in the background, we said hi. We see him peeking his head out.
Who doesn't know it? We can see Craig in the background.
Oh, Craig on the suit side.
Oh.
All right.
I'm glad to say hi.
It's right back there.
So are you guys Labriolas? Are you guys getting warm weather than I imagine too there where you're at?
Yes, we follow the Malmed's winter weather thing. And what was it?
We were about 55 today. It was
Yeah.
beautiful.
I didn't wear a coat today, so I was pretty happy with that. I felt like March,
Yeah.
so I thought it'll be okay if it stays like this.
Awesome, awesome. Well, welcome. And then, of course, last, definitely but not least, we've got Mr. I Am ASEA, Triple Diamond Executive Michael Stern. Welcome, Michael. How's it going, Michael?
Oh, it's been fantastic, but I'll tell you, it's all perspective. It was 54 today here in Scottsdale, and it was cold.
Yeah.
So is it like 54 degrees everywhere in the country except Las Vegas?
I guess
Seems that way.
I know, and it's really weird. I mean, haven't we been seeing snow on the news in different places, or is it just me? Imagining?
Wait, it was warmer there. It was only 52 here, and right now it's 39.
It's still warm, David. It's still warm.
Not for me.
All right. Well, welcome everybody. We're going to throw up some pictures here on the screen shortly, but yeah, I guess this is part of being part of Team Reactive. You just get great weather, no matter where you live. So, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to. Also, I want to thank, and I'm sure. Let's see. I know we have Jenny, and who else was going to be helping us out with a comment thread?
Lynn Shapaniak and Donna Lee Paul are helping us out.
Oh, fantastic! Donna Lee Paul, Jenny Thomas. And as you know, and if you were tuned in to the Leadership and Momentum call the other morning, we had a Donnelly Paul, winner of the Do You Renew Celebrity Makeover. Got some great updates, and really looking forward to seeing a lot of the media that they shot there. They've made a little video overview on that whole process. So exciting stuff. All right, let me see if I can start the screen share. We're going to put up some pictures and just have a good time, sort of reminiscing on some of the great things that we experienced there over the past year. So let me go ahead and make sure that I put it on my screen here. Can everyone see the slides?
Yes.
Are you able to see them? Okay. My screen here. Okay, well, believe it or not, we started out the year with something called the Envision Tour. You can see that on my screen, right?
Right.
Okay. And there was a multi-city tour. And I say believe it or not because
We're getting a lot of feedback now.
I'm thinking of this last Envision conference that we just had for bronzes and above here in the North America market as well as in Europe. But it started out with something called the Envision Tour, and it was a great event. And I've got pictures of the one there in New York. You guys remember this?
Yes.
That was such a great time.
Wasn't that cool? With there's Terry interviewing some testimonials there as it was getting started. Standing room only there in the back. There's the business builders of the year presenting, and then of course we had special guests there from Canada, Triplo Diamante, Sylvia Fontana.
Amazing.
Sharing her amazing story there. Wasn't she awesome?
Yes, she was absolutely amazing.
Brought tears to everybody's eyes. She was just amazing. She's
Yeah,
an inspiration to us all.
I hope she gets to tune into this. I know she's running around in different time zones and whatnot, but we've and she's really been doing phenomenal in Italy. Italy market has doubled this past year. All of her hard work and efforts are really paying off, and so congratulations to her over there. And of course, finished up with the legendary co-founder of ASEA, Tyler Norton, came all the way out and was with all of us there in New York. I thought that was absolutely fantastic.
Hey, Paul.
Okay. Yes.
I just want to mention that was one of my really special moments. Was that day that was when corporate decided that they were going to support charities, and we got to pick a charity. And I have to say, our team was so amazing that anything that we donated, that the team donated, corporate donated in cash, and so we were able to give to our local charity over $4,000. So that was a really, really
and you know what that did is that really set a trend, and from event to event to event, corporate was phenomenal. Give credit there to Kim Larson and her team there. of plugging into all local charities wherever we went to give back, and not just corporate, but the individual associates themselves. I know at the Diamond event in Costa Rica, the Diamonds alone contributed over $10,000 to help out a local school and to help develop some signs for the community as well. So definitely, thanks for bringing that up. Thanks for bringing that to everyone's attention. Now, if we shift gears a little more here, why don't you take this one, Pilar?
Wow, that was an amazing picture. Can anybody guess who that is in the middle?
I had to look at that. Yeah, I had to look at that for 10 seconds.
Bonnie Norton, man, and that's Dr. Mark Fedorczyk and Joe. That was, so we had the 70s party at convention, and Joe's, who were you supposed to be dressed like?
Starsky and Hutch or something like that.
He took a leather jacket he had, opened his shirt up to his navel, and walked around with yellow sunglasses. I mean, whatever. Dr. Mark just went as somebody scary, and Bonnie was like, I got to take a picture with these two guys. But when you really have to look and see that is Bonnie Norton herself.
That is, that's awesome. That is awesome. All right. And then this is a shot. Did you take this when we were doing the first Renew party, or where was this?
Yeah, that's at Foster and Terry's. We was one of the Renew parties we did at your house, and we just kind of went upstairs and took a quick picture of above and above down, and people were eating already and laughing. I think at that point we had already done the actual party. You see Walter right in the center there. He's giggling, but it was just a great time.
I was going to say, is that Walter Brady? That's great.
Yeah, that was one of our first Renew parties.
Yeah.
Awesome. Hey, I didn't think.
I think that's Croatia.
I didn't take that picture. I didn't submit this picture. I just.
Listen, I have.
You're just showing it to the world.
That's a man with a
I must tell you that Paul was like, he said that there had to be a disclaimer, or else he knew that there would be retaliation on your part.
Yeah.
This was when we were on our way to Maryland for one of the conferences, Terry, and he fell asleep. And I was like,
there are a lot more, exponentially more of me in this posture than of
I think they were both asleep back there.
I think people just get wiped out.
Okay, let's get real professional now. If we can. But yeah, this is a great shot. I love the shot from convention. Had to put that up with the doctors panel. There's Dr. Foster there giving great responses there on stage. How was that, Foster?
That was an amazing time to be up there with those two luminaries, and it was just really, really special to have been invited to be able to share and frame how it is we should start using Renew 28. That was the day that I got my first lesson in skincare.
And I'll tell you what.
I don't know anything about skincare. Help!
Well, you know, I'll tell you what. It's a very proud moment for all of us. For those of you, and there are people, of course, who will be watching this Hangout who may not be familiar with everybody, but they're just to Foster's right, on his right. Dr. Rob Ward, he's an MD, a medical doctor, and to his right is Dr. Gary L. Samuelson, who is an atomic medical physicist, PhD, and the man responsible for stabilizing the redox signaling molecules in ASEA, and of course now Renew 28. And then Kurt Richards, the executive vice president, and again they're sitting in front of over 1,500 people, a sold-out event, being able to have this panel. So big kudos to you, Dr. Foster. We were just tickled to death and super proud just to see you up there, and you did a phenomenal. You were probably, I think the feedback was, definitely the best humor and put things in a very easy to understand light. So thanks so much.
Thank you, Paul. That's very kind, and it's not easy to beat the humor of Dr. Gary Samuelson or Kurt Richards. Thank you
we love Dr. Gary.
Of course.
Okay, and another great shot, and of course Michael Stern there. Michael, stop talking so much.
Where is this shot from?
I don't know. I'm thinking
Was this from New York?
This was just the last.
That's
The last
you
new
guys all came to your house.
event.
Okay, from convention. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
No, this was just right when we just had in New York. That was just our last
I
event.
think so too. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, was it? Okay. That's the one you sent. Okay, very good. Pilar, you just sent that, right?
Yes, I said.
Cool, very cool. Okay. And then, of course, I love this picture. It's a great picture. This is in Italy. This is in Venice.
Woo!
Nice.
And
Awesome.
this was our first meal there as we got there having lunch, and it was absolutely stellar. And of course, teed up some great moments there for all of us. It was our first time going and touring around Venice there. You guys remember this?
Looks like skydiving to me.
Woo! First jump.
Jumping out of a perfectly good aircraft in mid-flight.
Wow.
I actually, Paul, I wanted out of that aircraft. I think I thought the air was going to be much safer.
Yeah. I will tell you that for me too. It's like let's get up to altitude as quick as we can. But that was great. You could see some folks, even Ray Dune Bone there, over 60 years old now, jumping out of an airplane. That was phenomenal. So kudos to everybody. Bev Plested there on the left, and Jesse, Foster and Terry's daughter. Everyone had just a great time. How about this? Dave Asarno, would you like to chime in here? Where are we at here?
Wow. Where were we? I can't even remember. Sue, do you
That was
remember?
Atlanta.
Where were we? No. What restaurant were we at there?
Papados.
Papados.
Papados. Yeah,
Papados.
that was when we had the big Atlanta kickoff meeting. That was a lot of fun, and we were honored that you guys all flew in.
Yes.
We had a good time.
We had a good time. Yes.
And for those of you who
I want
tuned
to
in,
point out that Paul Tyra sits next to my sister. That's not allowed.
What do you mean? That was required.
No, it was not.
And then there, of course, everyone, again, Brent Brooks usually moderating our comment thread. That's him right there, front and center on the right. Dr. Atlee Wampler there on the left front. For some of you may not recognize some of the other them too.
And my wife is right next to me. It was her first SEA event, actually, going to dinner with all of us.
Has she healed? Has she healed yet?
Yeah, I think so.
Are the therapy sessions coming to a close? All right. Now shifting halfway across the world. Where is this going, Pilar?
That's Croatia.
This is in Croatia. Opatija, Croatia. Beautiful dinner we had there, right on the water. Thanks to our superstars over there, Dubravka and Petra, and for the great tours and lessons in olive oil. I mean, let me tell you that the business is just so phenomenal because, again, not just the fact that we get to go around the world, but you get to meet people and great people who align with our beliefs as well and our mission. And then they give you such a great education on their local culture, and that includes the food that they eat, the things that they drink, and just really, really phenomenal. In this case, we got to taste some great olive oil fish. The fish there that we had at Orata was spectacular.
Delicious.
I think Terry said she was kind of hesitant to get fish, right? But after
It had a head. Imagine a fish with a head.
That's right. I should have put that picture up with the actual fish they brought to the table, but it was spectacular. So again, just another really and again, I like to point some of these things out for people because as you get these visions in your head and realize, if you want this can happen for you as well. Okay.
You too can have dead fish with heads on it.
Yeah, you too can get dead fish with heads on it.
Yeah.
but
not showing up in your mailbox.
But I'm going to tell you that we had what do you think, guys? About 9 bottles of olive oil on the table.
I thought you were going to say wine.
Yeah.
Well, no, that was about 14, but no, I'm just kidding.
Robka was very, very particular about her olive oil, and she would taste one, and she said no. She'd say another one, no. She kept saying to the waiter, bring me another one, bring me another one. So like Paul said about the 9th one, and she said, this is good olive oil. We had a whole lesson on olive oil.
I know. It was great, and she sent us all home with the bottle. So I mean, it was just fantastic. Now this is what you look like after being on a plane for 24 hours and then going and right directly to Stonehenge. But this was on my bucket list, so something I've always wanted to see was Stonehenge, and yeah, it was a pretty spiritual thing going on there. Stayed there, walked around, and just to think that the kind of magnitude and stand right in front of it is different from just seeing it, of course, in pictures. We had met with some of our associates out there. There's David Ford, of course, a good buddy there, Jerry Smith.
Jerry.
Yep, Jerry. And so right after Stonehenge, we stopped in and had a great meeting with them and their new associate. This was in Slovenia. Driving to Slovenia, Gregor and Roby there played some great golf in these beautiful green pastures and courses of Slovenia.
Wow.
You guys remember this one?
It's a good picture.
Wedding!
Yep, this was the wedding. So we all got a great shot in there. There's founder Jim Pack was in attendance, Ray Dubone. Just a great time there. And here comes the bride.
That was so beautiful.
Wasn't that beautiful? Again, imagine getting married at a castle in Slovenia. I just got a kick out of telling people, where are you going? I'm going to go to a wedding in a castle in Slovenia.
and the cool thing was the wedding was in one castle and the reception was in another. So
yes, it was spectacular. And
2 castles that day.
yeah, and super congratulations to our Diamond executive there, Yoje Pierce, and of course Anya Rogan, who is a regional manager there for corporate at ASEA. And congratulations! This is it was such an honor to be at his wedding, and he is the man over there. Him and Milian Ubiparapovic, pretty much are the 2 diamonds in the country of Slovenia, and they've expanded through Croatia and all the former Yugoslavian countries over there, Romania, etc. There's their little toast and cheers right after the ceremony there. And there was me standing in a hole. What are you laughing at? No, there's a hole. You didn't see the hole in the floor? You didn't see the hole?
Oh, look at that.
There we are. Guys night out. No, this was the actual reception there at the other castle that Pilar was just referring to. With there's Milian Ubiparapovic, and it was absolutely spectacular. He's side note, Milian's the only one I know that can eat more than Joe.
Probably more than anybody in the country.
Yeah.
Got me, I gotta say. You put me down.
Hey, is that Mike Mallory?
Is that Mallory?
Yep. Sue, it's all you.
That is Mike Mallory at base camp. So that was at base camp in the Poconos.
Was that a challenge? Was that the Ice Bucket Challenge?
That was the White Ice Bucket Challenge.
Yeah. Was he in a suit?
He wasn't in a suit, but he was in clothes.
That's funny. That's good. I like the little pink pool, little kiddie pool.
I like that.
That was actually a Hello Kitty pool.
Mike carries that with him everywhere he goes.
I was going to say, that is totally Mike Mallory. Now we know for sure that's Mike Mallory. All right. Superstar Jake. So where was
Jake
this?
from State.
Oh, this was at the New York. This was when we first released the Renew. That's Chuck Funky was Superstar Jake's story, and they came out, and that was getting prepared for the meeting. Our CEO was filling bags.
That's awesome. That is awesome. But so much of the character of Chuck there. Fantastic.
Yep, and we sold out of Renew every tube.
That's right. Pretty much everywhere. Pretty much at all the venues.
That was the picture of the room as we were starting the meeting. Packed house.
And there's
Saskia in the front row.
Yep, that's Saskia. Fantastic. All right. How about this slide?
Oh, this is a good one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is this was one of the highlights I think of the year. Was really really having to, and you know, in the years to come, this is going to get much bigger and bigger and bigger. So, you know, what we're onto, what we're part of, is just bigger than life itself.
Yeah, there was a physician conference, of course, this past week, and you know, a couple speakers speaking on this subject, and again, very well received, very well absorbed. The awareness, like you said, Sue, is really starting to get out there, and with our new marketing team and members and PR people, more and more general mass awareness for the technology, which of course brings more and more credibility to everyone's business. Who's this guy? I know him.
This is my grandson, and I just couldn't help but just, you know, these are the moments that I live for. He was actually, I was on a conference call. He had crawled over that this was just one of the grandma.
Oh, we got some traffic on the internet highway. Sue,
Yeah.
still there? Sue?
So you know, this just remind you of why we do this business, to have these moments, to be able to have my grandkids here at least one day a week, watch them grow up, watch every milestone. It's as much as we travel and as much as we do, these are the moments. This is why this business is so powerful.
It is very, very. And every time I think I've seen him, he's got his binky in.
Well, he's actually grown up quite a bit since I took this picture, and now we're getting ready to replace the baby with Tyler's new baby in about 5 weeks.
Yay! Yay! That's right. Fantastic.
So next year we'll have to have the new one.
This looks like a modeling picture or something.
Wow!
Who are these?
It's called an iPhone selfie.
Great couple.
An iPhone selfie. Very
iPhone
good.
selfie. This was at the base camp, and I submitted this because literally, it's really the first meeting that Jen actually went to and got to see what ASEA was about. And secondly, it was our first vacation that we took together probably in over a couple of years without kids. So we had a great time. Most people just never ventured out of the hotel, but I grew up in that area, and one of the favorite places I had hike when I was a kid was this place called Bushkill Falls. It was about an hour and a half from my house. And it literally was right across the street from the resort, and Jen and I went over there before it even started and went, it was about, well, they said it was about a 2-hour hike. There's 8 waterfalls that you go up and down through, and then the next morning we got up and did it again, just because it was like bringing back good memories from when I was a kid, and it was the first time Jen got to experience it with me.
Wow, that's fantastic. Had no idea all that. So there's the falls behind, that's actual water and just.
I could show. I mean, I could. It is. It's funny. We go to the resort and we're like, this isn't. Across the street, there's a state park, and you had to pay to go in. And literally, there's about 5 or 8 different trails, from easy to hard and long. And we took the longest trail. We got done. We went backtracked and started taking different trails so we could cover the whole area. And it was, it's good memories. It was good memories for us to create together. And as I said, the last time I was there was with my sister. We drove out. I remember when my mom had a 280Z T-top convertible. She and I took my my dog for a hike. So it was like I love nature. I love water. And we can get it all together in one place. Amazing things happen.
That's awesome.
Uh-oh. Is that how you ended it, with my picture?
Yeah. I thought that was great. I thought that was a great closing picture there. But 2014, and we had, of course, more events. We just, I knew we were going to run a little short on time here. We basically got through about half, but there were so many other trips. Like I know I had since all that stuff have been to Europe 3 additional times. We had Costa Rica. I did, was in Hawaii. They did events out more out there in Atlanta, all through across the East Coast, the South. So lots of great activity going on. Of course, we've now opened up Australia, New Zealand. The time right now is coming to a head, especially with the new messaging, the new duplication platform. We're now allowed to talk about, it's the ASEA Business Coach, the ABCs of doing your business. And as you see all these things here in 2015, the right messaging, the right duplication system, of course we got all the product history track record, and then the continued expansion. ASEA is ready to go. I think 15 is going to be a huge year. We cleared $70 million this year in 2014. And the projections are over 100 million next year. So the only question is how much of that are you gonna get, and how fast and how hard do you want to run? Because everything's going to be in place for you. So real quick, just like maybe a minute or of maybe some closing thoughts from everyone on what you guys see for 2015. Go ahead, Foster, Terry, or Michael. Is that Michael Foster?
Yeah.
Michael, go ahead. Go ahead, Michael.
Well, you nailed it with all of that, Paul. But 2014 was unbelievable. I mean, you think about what a game changer Renew 28 was. Mm-hmm. I mean, at that convention, it was just unbelievable. I mean, we all can look back at that and say this is just incredible. And now here we are in 2015, getting ready to deploy all this. And of course, we're so excited about the ASEA Business Coach system. I mean, this has been something on our hearts for a long time. We've had a chance to see the beginning stages of it. I was just talking with Sue earlier, and I was saying just on the very initial setup, when a brand new person goes through that setup, I was just getting goosebumps thinking about what that's going to be like for every ASEA distributor coming aboard next year. It's going to be amazing in 2015.
Yes, absolutely. And along the lines too of Renews, to date, over 300,000 tubes has moved since our release of it just in May earlier in this year. I think that's absolutely astonishing, and quite a testament to the product's efficacy. And so we really haven't. I don't know how you would say, we ain't seen nothing yet. So great stuff. All right, how about you, Dr. Joe and Pilar?
Go ahead.
Well, what's great, I mean, we had an incredible time. We actually went to Wyoming for the Envision. We went for the Ascent Tour, that's right. And, man, that was, you could take a city boy like me and put him in the country. That's the humor enough. The fact that I actually really enjoyed it was even better. And it was actually one of the incredible trips that I've ever been on in my life.
And I know you made a good run for the skeet. I heard you almost won that thing, right? Skeet shooting.
Yes, this was a talent I really didn't want to tell anybody about, but I've been trying to keep in my back pocket.
Yeah, because he's going to shoot me someday.
But you just never know when you might need that one. But I'll tell you what, I mean, like a lot of the things, it was kind of cool because all the stuff that you showed was, the business aspect of this is incredible, but I think that for me personally, is all these different experiences that we get. I would have never gone to Slovenia, I'll tell you that. There was no reason for me to ever go. But here we went and had one of the most amazing times I've ever had. And, those are the things that when you're looking at this business for people that look at it, that's one of those like intangible things that you can't really describe to somebody, but it makes it all well worth it.
I guess for me, it's I always thought it would be so cool to be an international business person, and to be able to go around to these different countries and be welcomed with open arms and actually have a product that changes the world, and a team of people behind you that actually know how to put these products in their markets is pretty unbelievable for a little chiropractor that is going to be sitting in four walls for the rest of her working life. And I got to tell you, I can't wait to get the heck out. And I think one of the biggest kind of things for me is that you've all have opened us and welcomed us with open arms. And when we first got in, oh my gosh, there's the Mohammeds, and that's Paul Tyron, wow, Michael Stern, whoa, he's the IMC, and Mama Molecule. And I mean, I I've stayed at all of your houses now, except Michael. I would prefer an invitation from you.
Well, you're welcome. You're
I'm
welcome.
just going to show up. But,
Nice time of the year.
but it's crazy because it's like you've all. I mean, but you know, it's not just us. It's what we see as far as everybody building and something for everyone to latch onto and grab onto and do their thing, and all of us can do it, and it's been so cool. It's honestly saved my life. I have to be honest with you. This has been the best experience. So we thank you all, and we thank everybody in ASEA and ASEA Corporate, because this is just one hell of a ride.
Mama Molecule.
You know, I mean, this is the culmination of such an amazing year, and it's really, this is the end of my 5th year. I'm starting on the 6th year of being around this product, being around this company. But you know, the thing that I think about out of everything is the people, and it's like, I hope you guys get your teams to be on, watch this. This is going to be posted for the end of the year until 2015. Get your people running. We out there to know how much you mean to us. It's like, what's on my heart is the people, and we're missing some people. Colleen's not here. Julianne's not here. Family issues come up. Colleen lost her father last week. You know, I worry so much about so many things. I want to give a shout out to Erin, who's recovering from a horrific car accident. She was hit head-on by a drunk driver on a freeway at 1:30 in the morning, and she has the struggle and the fight of her life, and we've been able to get ASEA to her, and I know that that is going to make a difference in her recovery, and she's going to be a testimony for thousands upon thousands of people with what this is going to do. And I am just so humble and so grateful for this product, for this company, but most of all for you, my friends, and you, our ASEA family. So thank you.
All right, New York.
Go New York.
New York's in the house.
Woo!
You know what? I am so grateful for all of you guys, for all of our team, for corporate. We have so much to be grateful for. My husband being the pioneer who never stops and brings these products to so many people and has helped so many people. He is a pioneer, and I love him. And also Sue and Paul, Michael, you know, you guys pioneered with the 3-minute peak, and I don't think anybody even realizes what you guys, you know, the pioneering that you did to bring Jixity, which is now the ASEA Business Coach, how huge that is going to be. And if you guys had not paved the way, and, you know, Pilar and Joe and Foster and I just, like, jumping on the bandwagon and trusting you guys have, everybody out there, what these people have done, when you see the ASEA Business Coach, this is a game changer for our company. And you don't see what happens in the background, but these people have fought for us, and what's coming up in 2015 is going to be so huge. So I'm grateful to every single one of you guys and our team for all the rank advancements, just hanging in there. We have so much to be grateful for, and I'm just so thankful. Mwah.
Awesome.
I'm not going to get that over. So as far as 2015, it's going to be, I think, the year of a lot of dreams being realized. You know, those of us who've been in this for, you know, 4 or 5 years, luckily we took lots of the bullets and lots of the arrows that the people henceforth are not going to have to deal with, which is great. So, and we're perfectly happy to, you know, have those aches and pains, and now Renew 28 gets rid of the scars anyway. But going forward, you know, when we look back a little bit, you know, Terry wanted me to share that, you know, when we hit triple diamond, I'm so smart, I argued with the computer and said it was wrong.
I remember.
Yeah. And I knew it was wrong, and I called them up, and I told Sandy Mott, your computer's broken because it says I'm triple diamond. I know I'm not.
Pilar said, please look one more time, Foster.
Right. That's how smart I am. Okay. So sometimes when this momentum stuff happens, and we had that period of what momentum is going to be like when the gel came out, we just flew from single diamond right to double diamond, right through it, right to triple diamond, and you can't stop it. And I didn't even believe it. And it's all built on the rank advancements and the dreams being realized of the people that are doing this with us. And that's all just people's lives changed. So we cannot thank our upline enough. You guys have taken so much for us, and we really appreciate it, and we will follow you forever. Maybe not Paul, but we will follow pretty much everybody.
I'll follow you, Paul.
We'll follow Paul.
I will too.
And we're just so thankful. It's just dreams being realized. Thank you so much, so much.
I'm happy that Terry's going to follow me without Foster.
That I understand completely.
Thank you, Foster.
Well, you know, I've got to look back and say that this has been an incredible year and year and a half or so since that one phone call where we did our first Google Hangout with Paul, you, Sue, and I. I didn't know who you were. I didn't really know who Sue was at all. And literally, we just started talking and gelling, and I happened to be taking a trip, I guess about 2 years ago, with my son. And you graciously not only met me, and you went out to dinner, you hung out with Josh and I, and then all of a sudden, I kept hearing that I needed to meet this guy Foster in New York. And I went up, and when the first slide that you had in the Envision conference in New York, you invited me up to come speak. And it was there that I got to meet all of you guys. And, you know, one of the things that Sue said, you know, business is nice. And, you know, we talk about the business and all the trips that you took that we would, and we've taken that we probably would not have. Those create memories that are going to last a lifetime. The relationships, the bonds that form, that's really what this is about. Changing people's lives, changing our lives, because we're surrounding ourselves with a group of like-minded individuals that are focused on a mission to change the world, to change people's health, to change people's wealth, and we all get to do it together. Whether we're upline or, frankly, I'm cross-line to all you guys, and yet we get along as if we're the best of the friends. We could pick up the phone, call each other, and we would do whatever it takes to support each other. That's what this is about. And when we look at 2015 being an amazing year, yes, our businesses are going to take off like crazy. And even more importantly, at least for me, I'm grateful for all the relationships and the friendships and the bonds and how our lives will change that way. So thank you. Thank you for including me and honoring me to be part of it.
Fantastic, fantastic. Well, thanks everyone. I think everyone did a phenomenal job there of sharing the reasons why we're all here and the great experiences that we've had together. And we're just getting started. Again, I think 15 is going to be absolutely phenomenal. Now, even after talking with some of the folks like Chuck and Jerem, things are not even at liberty to share with us. You can see the twinkle in their eyes as well of what we're in store for here in 15. And when you see the new messaging, when you see the new platform, when you see the new branding, the PR campaigns going out, all these different things to help empower you and to establish more credibility for you to share your story with more and more confidence. And as we go and expand out to even more markets around the world, the timing couldn't be better. So again, thanks everyone for tuning in. Special thanks to all the guests and to David Asarno, as well as all of our online moderators there, Jenny Thomas, Lynn Chapaniak, and Donnelly Paul.
And a huge round of applause for Paul Tyrer for putting this together every single week.
All right. Well, thanks, everyone. Have a fantastic holiday season. This will be our last Hangout, but this will be replayed. You can watch us anytime you want until the end of the year. And we are going to start 15 off with a bang. We will be in discussions and plannings for all the kickoff Hangouts, Connection Hangouts that we'll have starting in 2015. Some very special guests we're talking with. So we look forward to that. Go out and have a safe, wonderful holiday season and a fantastic New Year celebration. Take care, everyone. I'll see you later.
See you later.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Later.